Hey guys, I decided to do a little sort of legal analogy of what's going on here in McRae. As you guys know, the city didn't like it too much when I went to asking too many questions they didn't want to provide answers for. Now, we all know that Jack has been arrested on misdemeanor charges, okay? So, we're going to play a little game here. We're going to explain this to everybody very, very well, what's going on right now. Not very well, but we're going to give you all a clue about what's going on and a little example. Now, over here is the original filer of the affidavit. Okay? Over here is Jack. Okay. Now, up here we have various weights. This top one's 2.5 pounds. That flat piece of lead underneath it there is about 4 pounds. That's something I poured and took out of the pot as leftover pouring sinkers. Then we got two 6-pound weights there underneath it. But the complainant here decided they were going to file a complaint, and we're going to use this little one right here, this 2.5 pounder. This is misdemeanor charges, okay? He lodged misdemeanor charges on Jack. Yep, they had him arrested, the whole 9 yards, took him to jail, even though he didn't do nothing wrong. That's what happened. Some of you have been in a situation like that before where you didn't really do anything wrong, but you've had charges pressed against you. Now, due to me doing my legal research and finding out exactly what I have to do, I have filed a motion to dismiss with prejudice with the court. I asked the court, let me be very specific here actually. I respectfully ask the court to move and dismiss the charges against me with prejudice. Now, I did not do that without a lot of thought. What I did in my very detailed summary of this case is I analyzed the affidavit which was submitted to the court. I broke it down to the letter. Now, not only did I ask the court to dismiss the charges, I turned around and this weight that they had put on me, I put the misdemeanor charges back over here. Yes, I did. And took all the weight off Jack. Now, additionally, mind you, I took, the big heavy one there. One weighed about 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds. Okay? And we get to sit there. We stacked that on top of the complainant as well. That represents the felonies that were committed by the plaintiff when he filed a false affidavit for warrant of arrest related to the Arkansas Criminal Code. Now, as you can tell, that gets kind of serious right there, right? However, I didn't just stop there. That's not the way I operate. When you come at me sideways and I ain't done nothing wrong at all, besides shoot a little video and post it and laugh about you, make fun of you down here, okay, when you come at me and press charges on me about that, well, then you decide you want to play ball. Okay, so you put those original charges on me there. I now have the misdemeanor charges back placed over here on top of the plaintiff, in addition to what is listed under state law as a felony, and I drew that out pretty as a picture in the motion to dismiss. Now, additionally, we brought to bear upon this case that the fact that them even prosecuting me is a violation of my Arkansas constitutional rights to free speech and free press. So now we're going to take this this is about a 6-pound weight right here. This is 6 pounds. Exactly. 2.7 kilograms, 6 pounds, baby. Okay? Now, it don't want to stay no more, does it? A lot of weight up there on top of that little plastic cap. That's just a little butt cap, guys, for PVC pipe. Okay, now, we've got Arkansas constitutional law stacked on top of this case where Jack had every right to do what he did. Now, that could be bad enough, but Jack didn't stop there, because when you go to playing stupid with Jack, Jack crushes it legally. Okay, I don't have to get violent, I don't have to get mean, I don't have to do nothing. Use what's between my ears. Now, not only is the misdemeanor charge there, the felony charge there, the constitutional rights are there to do what I did. Then, well, looky there, I moved something, everything fell off. But let me just explain it. Then, I took the additional Title 18, Section 242 of United States Code. And it ain't going to set up anymore without crushing that little plastic cap, okay? So let's just set the cap over at the side. But now Title 18, Section 242 of United States Code is on top of that, which says that the original affidavit as presented to the court by the prosecutor is a violation of this. Any attempt to try to prosecute me for what I did is a violation of this. So, with the weight of all of this behind the motion to dismiss with prejudice, now you see why. I hope you understand the way the game is played. You're in court. They press charges on you. They put the ball in your court. When they do so, place it back in their court with authority. Don't leave any moves out. Crush your opposition legally. Bye-bye. Y'all have a good night. You hear?